Hey guys, Movie-holics Anonymous, Jacob Ballard here to talk about the weekend box office results. So, in 8th place was The Snowman. I mentioned that because it was a new release. It was released in less than 2,000 theaters, and it was not well hyped because it had terrible reviews. But it had a really great cast, and it had the potential to do well. I think if it had good reviews, that it might have done better this weekend, and then it could have had a strong hold and kept going and going, because it looked like it could have been a really good movie based on the trailer, but the movie itself, from what I've heard, is a big mess. And the director says he didn't like it either, which is always a bad sign when the director doesn't like the movie. 9 times out of 10, that means the movie's pretty bad. It cost $35 million to make this movie. It's made $22.6 million worldwide so far, so in the long run overseas it might equal out. Like, it might have a number that's okay the way it looks, but it's still not going to be a very profitable movie. I don't think it'll end up being profitable in the end, which you have to make 2.5 times your budget. And I would say that it's going to drop off substantially next weekend and be out the airs really fast in America and overseas. I don't know how it will do. We'll see. Number 5 was Only the Brave, which made $6 million. And considering all things, that's not terrible, but at the same time, it cost $38 million to make. But for a movie like this, you're hoping that it will hold well and just keep chugging along and making a profit eventually. But it's got a ways to go. It's going to have to have really strong second, third, and fourth weekends to be able to equal its budget in the long run. And number 4 was Blade Runner 2049 with $7.155 million. It's made $194.1 million worldwide so far, but it's been a big box office disappointment. It was supposed to be the Mad Max Fury Road this year. It was supposed to make $150 million in America or so, and a lot overseas, and be like, $300-400 million worldwide hit. But with a $150 million budget and less than $200 million worldwide so far, it doesn't look any better than it did last weekend for this movie, and it just keeps dropping off and dropping off. So that's that. And number 3 is Happy Death Day with $9.37 million. It won last weekend, but didn't win this weekend. But it doesn't have to, because it's made $40.6 million in America. And it's made $53.58 million worldwide. And considering its $4.8 million budget, I'd say they're in good shape. They've already made more than 10 times their budget worldwide, which is pretty impressive. That's what the point of these micro-budget horror movies. Makes it easy to make sequels, makes it easy to make a profit. Low investment, not so much risk, high reward. Number 2 is the opposite of that. It made $13.3 million. It's made $62.9 million worldwide so far, and it cost $120 million to make. So this movie's on track to be a big-time flop. In America, it's a huge flop. Overseas, it might redeem itself some, but it's definitely a huge flop domestically. $120 million movie, and it barely made over a tenth of its budget on opening weekend, and it's got bad reviews and not a positive fan reaction. It's just head for disaster. And number 1 was Boo 2, a Madea Halloween, which made $21.65 million on its opening weekend. It was made for $25 million, so it's well on pace to be a profitable box office hit for Tyler Perry. In comparison, Boo, a Madea Halloween, which came out last year, made $28.5 million on opening weekend. It made $73.2 million. So this movie is successful, but not successful as its predecessor, because that movie had the novelty of Madea being at Halloween. The movies aren't high art, but they cater to a specific audience, and the specific audience tends to like it a lot. I saw the film, and I'll review it later this week. I didn't care for it, but it won the weekend box office, and you gotta respect the fact that Tyler Perry knows how to make money. Very successful, just saying. His movies are very profitable, and he doesn't spend a lot on his movies, so there you go. That's the weekend box office. So did you see in these movies? You holding out for Thor Ragnarok and Justice League next month? Let me know in the comments section below, guys. Until the next video, talk to you later, guys.